Hello, wonderful subscribers. I thought I'd take you with me on a walk this afternoon. I wanted to let you know the results. It's not the worst. I am going to need some surgery. Nothing, not a big one, not a big awful thing. With minimal time being laid up. Don't expect any complications or anything. Sometimes it's really good to catch things early. And nothing looks cancerous, nothing looks scary. It's not the best news in the world to hear, but it's certainly not the worst. I was trying to go live and it just wasn't working out quite right. So I thought, you know what, I'll just go for a walk. Such a pretty little spot. I'm actually in a park that was designed by children for children. And I think that makes it extra special. And so when it rains, this little stream fills up. And there's lots of squirrels and raccoons, coyotes that live near here, around here. Actually, when we're outside, we're in their home. And they come and take a sip. There's also a number of pileated woodpeckers, which are the largest in our area, as well as downy woodpeckers, hairy woodpeckers. Occasional deer come through. They especially like fruit and strawberries. I like to grow some in the front yard so they can come and have a nibble. The ground is covered with the beautiful golden leaves of autumn. And it always reminds me of a time to go within. It's a time to listen to your inner voice. It's a time to pay attention to your dreams. And trust your gut. And treat yourself and others kindly. Eat grounding foods. Carry rocks in your pocket. Because we've got new chakras getting woken up. And they need to be breathed through. So if there's an ache anywhere, like yesterday, I had an extra added awareness behind my left ear, which told me that I needed to, it's not necessarily that I needed to listen harder or better. It was more like there is now more to listen to, more available to listen to. So this time of year especially, we can correspond these things. And our outer world and our inner world can sync. And that makes everything an adventure. It makes something a game instead of an arduous task. It makes the game looking for Great Spirit and Mother inside of you and looking for Great Spirit in everything in this world. Because we are their love walking around. And speaking of rituals and doorways and things like that, when I come upon a holy place, and there are many and they are everywhere, I would like to show you something, because there is always a front door and a back door. The front door is normally more showy, and the back door is the woman's doorway, and it's where things are hidden, and also where they are hidden to be protected. This is the back door. I know this because I feel it in my heart. See right here? So what I do when I come upon a holy place like that, I turn around and I walk in backwards, so that when I come out again, I will be bringing all of myself with me. And we come through to the front-facing place, which I call the Council of Trees. It's mainly cedars. And I come here and talk to them when I need to. When I need to tell them my troubles, or something I'm trying to figure out, or something I'm struggling with. And that babbling water we saw, it begins here. So it's really interesting when you start looking at the natural world in this way. She reveals herself in your quiet heart. And you're related to all of it. And you'll know which ones speak to you. You'll know which ones feel right for you. And when you're on your path, which frankly you can never be off of it. You can only be on detours. But all paths lead home. So you listen to your heart like you do already, and you'll be just fine. So thank you so much for stopping by today. I really appreciate it. Let's walk a little bit more together. And I swear I'll get this going live thing figured out. I was able to do it once, so that leads me to believe I can do it again. Maybe ask for help. Terry at Holding Your Space is really good at it. JJ, Tuta Speaks. Lots of people are good at it. We'll get there. I'll get there. I'll get there. It's very foggy here today. Here we go. Another little pretty path. I love the way it sounds. Softened steps. Women and men have walked in the woods and soaked up the quiet since the beginning of time. What makes it even more profound is finding your quiet within. Walking with that awareness. Because we're all part of a bigger story. Do you remember me describing to you in a previous video, in an earlier chat, about how I felt like a corn husk? And that as far as I could extend my attention, I was corn husk in the shape of a sphere. And as I expanded into this awareness, I became aware of more. And it wasn't necessarily that the world had changed. It was that I could assess more of it. Hello. Hello, little one. Hello, nature spirit. Hello, sweetheart. That's a robin, I think. Here, let's take a seat here on this pretty log. We'll lean up against it. There we go. Gonna have a wet bud. It's beautiful here. Nature is where I find my healing and to get ideas for art, or for thinking, or how I'm processing things. It's always best to keep it simple. And remember that things are interconnected. So nothing and no one is ever alone. Not truly. Not ever. Take comfort from that. Part of being alive at this time is saying, I accept responsibility for myself. I accept responsibility for my choices. I accept responsibility for the consequences of any choices I have made. I forgive others since the beginning of my time here, as JJ has shared with us. And I forgive myself, as JJ Tota Speaks has also shared with us, for any wrong actions I have taken since the beginning of my time here, whether I knew them or understood it or not. Very empowering, and in that empowerment is freedom. So when you come across the next part of the path, your choices are clear. I say yes to Great Spirit. I say yes to being here at this time. I say yes. I love you, Mother. For I am Creator, and Mother's love walking around. We all are. And it really just keeps things in perspective for me. So beautiful. So beautiful. Lots of little wild ones living here. It's very nice to be able to come and visit. Wish them well. So thank you once again for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Bye for now.